and McNeese. Of course, last time out, the Privateers balanced scoring, the perimeter getting the job done. Derek St. Hilaire, as we talked about, with 21 points, a UNO high, and Damian Rosser and Troy Green doing their thing with 18 points apiece. Privateers shot 64.5% against the Cardinals. Best shooting night from the field since 1998. It's really remarkable how well the Privateers played. And again, you hope that they're able to carry that over. Hit a few outside shots and it opens up everything else. It's really that simple. And the margin of victory, largest for UNO in Southland play since the Privateers handled McNeese here 90-74 back in 2018. Now the starting lineups for both teams, starting with the visitors from McNeese, 6-6 on the year, 0-3 in the Southland. And they start with Drew Cuxhausen, maybe the best shooter in the country. Shot nearly 50% from three last year. He's 43% so far this year, a 6-foot senior out of Scottsbluff, Nebraska, averaging 12.6 points per game. The second guard is A.J. Lawson, an all-conference caliber senior at 6'5". Lawson out of Bryan, Texas, averaging an 11.5 points, nearly 5 assists, and 5.5 rebounds per game as well. The third guard is Colin Warren, 6'3" redshirt freshman, who's averaging 10.4 points per game. He is out of Houston, Texas. And the two forwards are coming off good games, and they'll be difficult to deal with for UNO in this matchup tonight, starting with Carlos Rosario, a 6'8" senior. Rosario out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. And he, so far this year, averaging nearly 10 points with 5 rebounds per game. And their biggest threat, without a doubt, 6'9", 235, a very good forward, and Keyshawn Fizel, the senior, a Mississippi State graduate transfer, averaging 14.6 points and 11.4 rebounds per game, that rebounding total, best in the Southland so far. For head coach Heath Schroyer, who's also now the full-time athletic director at McNeese, and boy, has he been busy with the Hurricanes, the damage on campus, shifting of seasons, not having to do with this basketball program, and oh yeah, lots of games being canceled and COVID-19 concerns for the Cowboys. Now your Privateers starting five, UNO coming in 2-9 on the year, 1-2 in the league, and Lamont Berzad, the senior point guard, 6'5", out of right here in Nolens, averaging 7.7 points and 3 assists per contest. Joined in the backcourt again by Troy Green, the 6'3" senior, UNO's leading scorer at 15.9 points per game, and second in rebounding, 5.9 boards. He out of St. Rose, Louisiana. And the third guard, making his third start, Rodney Carson, the sophomore out of Philadelphia, 6'3", averaging 6 points per game. And the two forwards are guys who started together a lot early in the season. Jamel Myers, 6'6", out of Cape Coral, Florida, averaging nearly 5 points with 3.5 rebounds, and the most versatile defender down low and in the front court for the Privateers. Joined by Aaron Freeman, making his 8th start, the 6'6" sophomore out of Orange Park, Florida, averaging 4 points and 2.5 boards. For 10th year head coach Mark Schlesinger, and Coach Schless not starting Damian Rosser, the Privateers' second leading scorer and leading rebounder. The redshirt junior coach's decision will be available off the bench tonight. Now we'll take time to pause and hear from the public address voice of Lakefront Arena, Dave Sachs, with our national anthem and another set of starting lineups and the light show for those watching at UNOprivateers.com.
Let's meet tonight's starting lineups, sponsored by PJ's New Orleans Coffee. First, for the visiting Cowboys from McNeese, a 6-foot guard from Scottsbluff, Nebraska, number 0, Drew Cuxhausen. A 6'9" forward from Cleveland, Mississippi, number 2, Keyshawn Fizel. A 6'4" guard from Houston, Texas, number 3, Colin Warren. A guard, a 6'5" senior from Bryan, Texas, number 12, A.J.
meetings for the Cowboys in the series. Myers and Fiesel to jump it up in the center circle, and the Cowboys control the opening tip, and we are underway. As expected, UNO opening up in the man-to-man defense. Green guarding Lawson. Over the top, they go to Fiesel right away. Pump fake, and he has a shot blocked from behind by Freeman and picked up by Green. Green up ahead to Carson. Pull-up jumper right side is good from the baseline. About a 15-footer. And there's transition for you. Get a stop and get yourself a wide-open look. Now Lawson looks to go right to the hole past Berzot. Lays it up and in over Freeman. Very good off the dribble, Lawson. Now quickly the other way, UNO going down low to Myers. Back out to Carson. Now on the perimeter in the hands of Berzot to set up the UNO offense. 2-2, the score, first minute of the ball game. Berzot between the circles, holding, looking. Now going to the free throw line to Freeman, who kicks left side to Green. Green wide open on the baseline. He won't miss one of those from 14 feet. And UNO hitting a couple of mid-range jumpers early to lead again, now 4-2. Now a hard screen to Fiesel at midcourt. He gets away with a walk with the pass back, fumbles it, recovers in the lane, and gets the soft jump hook to take a friendly bounce rim, glass, and in for his first two. 4-4 the score. And McNeese showing a 2-3 zone. Coach Celeste and company not surprised by that. Here's Green, pull-up jumper. Can't make from the right wing, but kept alive by Carson, laid up and in, and one for Aaron Freeman. All of that set up by Carson, just getting a finger on it, knocking it away from a couple Cowboys. And Johnny on the spot, Aaron Freeman, gets his first two. Foul will go on Rosario, first foul of the game on either team. And Freeman, who again started plenty of games early this season before UNO shook up the lineup and went to extra guards, getting another start tonight, and having the free throw pop up and then go back down and in form. And when Aaron gets off to a good start, you can get a little offense out of him. Still yet to find his rhythm offensively as a privateer. 7-4 New Orleans. Fiesel one dribble up top, and then miscommunication. Throws it away, but it went off the leg of a UNO defender. Warren came out. Fiesel was expecting him to go back door. So instead of losing the ball, McNeese fortunate to keep it on the baseline. Lob in to Fiesel, now up top with it. First touch on the perimeter for Rosario. In the hands of Lawson. Good matchup with Green. He crosses him over, gets help, so a kick to the corner leads to a wide open three. And Colin Warren buries it to tie it at 7. Both teams knocking down shots early at the lakefront. Now on the baseline, Myers stuck down deep, has his pass deflected, but goes in the hands of Freeman. Jump hook, gets another nice roll for Free. And the sophomore off to a great start, getting the start tonight. 5 of UNO's 9 points, Privateers up by 2. 17:35 and counting first half. Here's Lawson up top, pulls up the dribble, pass to Rosario. Rosario looking backdoor to Cookshausen. He's stuck down deep and passes out to Warren. Warren looks to drive on Berzot, gets by him, scoop layup, good, left side of the rim. UNO got spread out by good ball movement there by the Cowboys. 9-9 the score. Good offensive action early. Open again on the baseline, good for Troy Green, and a foul away from the ball will also help the Privateers. It is on McNeese. Looks like Lawson called for a push down low. So count the basket for Troy Green, who's got 4 points. UNO up 2, and now with a possession on the baseline can make it a multi-score trip. The senior Green to inbound. Looking up top and lobs it very haphazardly, and Lawson nearly got a breakaway on that. Couldn't keep it in bounds as Coach Celeste caught it on the sideline in the backcourt. And again, you don't necessarily want to throw a jump ball with that much air under it for 5'6" point guard Lamont Berzot. Two of the officials communicate with one another to decide where the ball went out of bounds. It was in the backcourt. Troy Green getting the message will come there on the sideline. McNeese will wait and stay in their 2-3 zone. But whether it's been zone or man, early UNO's gotten good looks. Here's Carson right wing, fake the shot. Now it goes top of the arc to Green, who fakes the pass inside. Freeman wanted it. Now Berzot open for 3. Can't get it to go from the right wing. Rebound went off the pair of hands of Privateers, but UNO couldn't come up with it. Lawson has it in the front court now. UNO 11, McNeese 9. Lob over the top, down low, layup good, Fiesel. Just hiding on the opposite block as Lawson fed him on the drive from the right side. Got it over the top of Myers. Second bucket for their big man. We're tied at 11. Green inside the arc puts the ball on the floor. Now we'll pass to the wing, and we've got a foul, and it looks like an illegal screen called down low on Myers, and it is. Jamel called for his first personal foul and the first UNO team foul. And that will lead to substitutions for UNO as Damian Rosser, the junior, a redshirt out of McDonough, Georgia, making his first appearance. And the microwave, Derek St. Hilaire, has been huge off the bench, scoring in double figures in the first half of the past 2 games. 16:23 clock running, tied at 11. Here's Lawson again, creating down low. Rosario fumbled it and then able to scoop the hook up and in from the left block. Lawson creating a lot off the bounce early, and the Privateers need to put an end to that. McNeese up 13-11. Now St. Hilaire for 3 from about 23, can't get it to go too strong. Rebound picked up off the floor by Fiesel. Up ahead to Lawson. See if St. Hilaire can slow him down. He'll kick to his right for a 3. That's an air ball missed by Warren, and the ball will go out of bounds. Actually, a foul will be called. A loose ball foul will be called. We're trying to figure out who it was on. Looks like it is on Rodney Carson, so first personal on him, and McNeese will have it on the baseline after this first media timeout. 15:52 to go, first half. It's McNeese 13, New Orleans 11 on the Privateers Sports Network.
You know Hotard. You see us on the road and all around town with a fleet of over 70 vehicles, including
from the floor so far, nearing the 15-minute mark of this first half. Here's Carson going down low to Rosser, his first touch of the ball. Back out to St. Hilaire. Thought about shooting, will go left side to Green. Spot up jumper, rimmed out on him, just refused to drop. Rebound Rosario. Now a no-look pass is knocked away and stolen by St. Hilaire as Warren tried to get cued up the floor. Now up ahead, a dunk that's missed. A two-hand jam by Rosser. You're not going to see that very often. And Lawson will slow things up. Tough break for UNO on the good feed up the floor by St. Hilaire. Lawson passes top of the arc. Fiesel, he'll feed the post right side to Rosario. Matched up with the shorter Green. Jump hook is easy money. Rosario, who was red hot against UIW at 8 of 9 from the floor in a loss, puts his team up 18-11 as UNO hasn't scored in over 2.5 minutes. Call it a 9-0 Cowboys run. Nearing the 14-minute mark now. Carson will launch a 3 off the back rim. And another board for McNeese. They're clearing the defensive glass now very well. Again, Lawson up top. He gets a screen, jump stop in the lane, can't get it to go, but is fouled by Aaron Freeman and will go to the line. Warren, aggressive early. And he can be a very dangerous man when he does so. As Freeman is whistled for his first foul and the third UNO team foul. Lawson to shoot a pair. Coming in with 11.5 points per game, but he's a better scorer than that. Part of the problem's struggling at the free throw line, and he bricks that one. Now 19 of 41 on the year from the line. That's crazy. He's shooting better from the floor at 48% than he is from the free throw line. He's also 42% from deep. What an anomaly. Second foul shot rattles out, and he's lacking confidence, clearly. A break for the Privateers, and something to keep in mind later on. UNO down 18-11 against the 2-3 McNeese zone. Green up top. Now left side, Carson. Back to Troy. Green one dribble. And a feed from Rosser to Myers, who travels before he can pass it off to the opposite side. Cowboy got a hand in there as Myers was trying to fire it quickly, and he wound up losing his pivot foot. Just the second UNO turnover. Both teams have been very good with the basketball. 18-11, Cowboys looking to add to their 7-point advantage. Here is Lawson in front of the UNO bench left side. Been matched up a lot with Green, trying to drive on him. Now looking to back him down, turns to his left, pivots, shoots, and scores, but they wipe out the basket, saying a foul on the floor first on Troy Green. This is what you worried about, a desperate McNeese team with firepower. 0-3 in the conference, needing a win. And Troy Green called for his first foul. That's 4 team fouls on UNO, and Lamont Burzot back in as Green gets his first rest. Inbound to Fiesel inside the arc left side. Now action away from the ball, and an illegal screen is called against the Cowboys. I think it was Rosario, the culprit, before breaking out. No, they'll say Lawson called for the foul. And that's his second personal here with 13-12 to go in the first half. That's good news. You'd love to get his third on him if he stays out there. Privateers need a bucket. Over 4 minutes since they've scored. Now down 7. Could be worse. Myers with it on the baseline, passes out. Top of the key. Burzot. Right side Carson goes to the mid-post, spinning, shooting, and scoring. Damian Rawson with his first 2. Should have had the dunk earlier. Knocks down the little jumper from 10 feet. 18-13 McNeese. 12-40 in counting first half. Lawson into the corner. Again, Warren looking to back down. Burzot couldn't do it. Goes cross-court into the opposite corner, and a 3-ball is drilled. He can't make free throws, but Lawson can flat-out shoot it elsewhere. The long 3, his second field goal, gives him 5, and UNO down by 8. Biggest McNeese lead of this first half. Carson right side, top of the arc, wide open 3. Burzot can't get it to go, but a good rebound by Ross. A reverse layup is deflected and taken away. Fiesel recovers. Up ahead, Cookshausen for Warren for a thunder jam over Burzot. Holy moly, did he get up. And Warren has 7 first half points, and McNeese is fired up. They lead by 10. 23-13 inside the 12-minute mark. UNO just needs to keep their poise and whittle away. Here's a wide open NBA range 3. Rattle it home, Derek St. Hilaire. All the space in the world against the packed-in zone. And St. Hilaire, a couple feet behind the arc, had no problem whatsoever lining that one up. And a much-needed 3 to match Lawson's. 23-16 Cowboys. Here is Lawson getting a screen by Fiesel. Now pass up top to Rosario. One dribble and he can't hand it off, so he'll pass it out to Lawson. He's been able to bail them out late in the shot clock a couple of times. 5 to shoot as he crosses over St. Hilaire, knocks it away from behind to Rosser. UNO with numbers the other way. Rosser to St. Hilaire to the hole. Reverse layup won't go. Tapped up, and it's a goaltend called on Myers. Didn't go down anyway, but he got a hand on it in the cylinder. And UNO not able to cash in and transition there. It'll be McNeese basketball after this timeout. 11:04 to go in the opening half, and the Cowboys lead at Lakefront Arena over the New Orleans Privateers, 23-16 on UNOprivateers.com and Nash Icon 106.1 FM.
You know who.
In the man-to-man defense all season long against Division I competition, and they're going to pack in the zone and make UNO beat them from deep. 1 of 6 isn't going to cut it. And also giving up 77% shooting. That won't work either. Right out of the timeout, a battle of 5-6 point guards goes to Braylon Bush, the freshman who draws a foul on Lamont Burzot. Bush out of Silsbee, Texas. It'll be fun to see these two go at it. The diminutive point guards in our league, along with Brian White of Northwestern State, also 5'6". Here's a back door intended for Bush that's stolen away by Myers. Up ahead, right wing, Rosser into the lane, hesitation dribble, scoop it up and in over the right shoulder. Dame's second bucket. 23-18, McNeese. Bush gets a screen, doesn't help him. He'll pass back to Harrell, who jacks up a 3. That's off back iron. Easy rebound for the Privateers and Rosser. Harrell, a 6'8 senior, now a 3-ball. St. Hilaire is second from deep. And the Privateers quickly within 2, getting a couple of stops. And St. Hilaire does it again off the bench in the first half. Quickly with 6 points and taking advantage of those wide open spaces from downtown. 32nd timeout. Charge to the Cowboys. And that's important. UNO's got to hit some outside shots, because McNeese has no inclination to come out of a very packed-in zone. They're giving tons of room up top and on the high wings. They tried that strategy against Incarnate Word last time, 7 from 3. The same UIW team that struggled to get any offensive consistency from the outside against UNO defensively a week ago. It's different when you're playing at home. It's different when you're desperate, like McNeese, who came in here looking to get hot early, and they did. Now some pressure in the backcourt. Harrell and Bush handle it. Now Bush with it, perimeter left. Screen from Harrell. That's an illegal screen. He stuck his chicken wing out there. Just a silly foul to give up. As the big man, you're never going to get away with that in the middle of the floor. The Pickens, Mississippi product, a JUCO transfer. And he'll sit down. Not a surprise there. Rosario back on the floor for McNeese. Against the zone, Privateers down just 2 as we reach the 10-minute mark of the first half. St. Hilaire looking to see if he's still hot, and he is around the world and in from deep from the right side. And Derek St. Hilaire is going to keep shooting him with that kind of room. Will he be in double figures again for the 3rd straight game in the first half? He's got 9, and the Privateers are up by a point. Now Fizel up top looks to drive right of the lane, shoots it up and in over Rosser. And he's a mismatch for any Privateer in the post with his height and length. 25-24, McNeese back out on top, breaking up an 11-0 UNO run. And now Cuxhausen will extend against St. Hilaire, who will shoot it in his face anyway! Derek St. Hilaire, nothing but the bottom of the net. He's got 12. He is the microwave. 24-25 New Orleans. Just Bush putting a pair of defenders. Passing to the baseline Warren, who's fouled, trying to go up with it in the lane. And we'll see who the whistle will go against. Looks like Jamel Myers. And that's his second personal here with 9:06 to go in the half, and that'll bring Crunchy Marshall to the scorer's table, the UNO junior. It might be a good matchup down low against Fizel and Rosario anyway. Warren, who's had a nice first half, looks to add to his 7 early points. First of 2 free throws, rattles out, hits the glass, goes in. Warren making just his 3rd start of the year, but averaging 10.5 points per contest. Came in at just 57% from the free throw line. Athletic looking wing. That's a muscle definition to him at 6'3", 190. Makes the second one to tie it at 27. McNeese is going to keep slashing to the hoop. This could be a high-scoring night, the way it's looking. Tied at 27 inside 9 minutes to go first half. St. Hilaire will launch it from way downtown, and that's a brick. Heat check, but recovered by Green, who passes out, open 3. Berzot can't get it to go. Rosser had the rebound and fell down on contact. No whistle, and Rosario recovers from McNeese. Lawson up ahead to a shooter who flat out takes 2 steps and travels, launching the long wall. Harwin Francois just into the game, the 6'4 junior. And that's what he's in there to do, to spot up and shoot, but you can't run 2 steps in transition to jack it up. Francois, by the way, went to the same high school at Cape Coral, Florida. The Jamel Myers of the Privateer. St. Hilaire's keeping shooting, missed from the left corner. Crunchy with a rebound and banks it in. Backside board and bucket. First 2 for Marshall. A little offensive rebounding has helped the Privateers tonight as they're battling on the glass. And back up by 2 at 29-27. Lawson looking to drive on St. Hilaire. Shot blocked by Marshall. He can do that too. Picked up by Green. Green into the front court, into the lane. Euro step floater short. Had everything but the finish. And picked up by the Cowboys and Warren. Warren across the timeline with 8 minutes to go in the half. They're trailing by 2, but Warren trying to change that. Misses in the lane, and a loose ball foul after the brick off the glass will go against the Cowboys, as Fizel called for the over the back. First foul on him, 5th McNeese team foul, as we take another timeout with 7:53 to go, and a very entertaining for McNeese. Privateers with the ball and a 5-point lead when we come back. 3:57 to go in the half, 37-32 UNO on the Privateers Sports Network. With one game just tipping off to complete the schedule tonight along with this one. Rudy Dixon back in the studio, Jude Young here at Lakefront Arena. And for those who care about that, New Orleanians certainly do. Green Bay will host the NFC Championship game next weekend, hopefully against the New Orleans Saints, as the Packers never trailed today and defeated the Rams at Lambeau 32-18. Lawson out with the 3 fouls, replaced by Braylon Bush. Rodney Carson will sit as Damian Rosser back on the floor, has it in the right corner. Now out top it goes to St. Hilaire. On the dribble, lobbing. Tough catch. Great finish off the glass. Damian Rosser. UNO likes to run lobs for him a couple times a game. He sniffed it out, but Rosser, just that good of an athlete. Dame coming off the bench today has 6 points, and UNO leads 39-32. Now Bush gets by and lays it up and in as the UNO guards couldn't handle the little man that time, his first 2. Now Rosser pull-up jumper quickly in transition, partially blocked by Fizel, picked up by Warren. Warren charging down the floor on the bounce, passes to the corner to Bush, who will bring it back out with 3:12 and counting. And a launch 3 will not go. Long rebound to Rosser. Rosser doesn't have numbers. We'll give it to the trailer. Berzot, though, who speeds and has his shot goaltended off the glass, counted for Lamont. Great sense of where everybody was on the floor there for Rosser. Heard the little footsteps of the little general from behind. And Berzot now has 5 points in the contest. UNO up 41-34, matching their biggest advantage. Here is Bush up top. And a pass back to Fizel. He'll see if he can shoot a 3 from 22 feet straight away and nails it. Boy, is he a good player. 13 points for a guy who looks like an all-conference player early in the league slate. That is his first made 3 of the year, though, in 6 tries. Now a floater, Rosser, good from 13 feet. As Dame getting his offensive game going. Now he's showing to be a bit hobbled, favoring his lower right leg, but he'll stay out there and try to defend. Bush up top, not helped by the pick for Fizel. Fizel fakes the 3, gets Marshall to leave his feet. Pass to the corners, Cookshausen. You got to worry about him, but he misses the 3. Good strong rebound fighting off Rosario by Freeman. As we near the 2-minute mark of the first half. 43-37 UNO. St. Hilaire in the paint, feeding Marshall. Shot blocked from behind. Crunchy gets it back and draws the foul. Rosario blocked the first one, but couldn't get the second one as he's called for the personal. Third personal on Rosario, so a couple of McNeese starters with 3 fouls in the first half. And that'll bring Harrell to the scorer's table for them as Marshall looks to shoot a pair. Good balanced effort from UNO so far. 9 have played, 8 have scored, including Marshall, who gets the ball to bounce twice on the back of the rim, but falls off target for him. Crunchy already with 5 rebounds and a block shot off the bench to go along with 4 points. Rosario and Fizel out as they'll protect those 2 late in the half and go smaller. Harrell out there along with Francois. And with Cookshausen and Francois on the floor, they're going to spread it out and shoot it. Marshall to try to give UNO a 7-point lead again. Does. 44-37, another high-scoring Privateer half. The offense was a problem early in the season, not lately. Bush up top. And we have a whistle and a foul called on Berzot, who couldn't keep up with him. That's what happens when a young buck comes up from behind who's like you. Bush certainly is a spitting image type player at 5'6", and Berzot's now in foul trouble with 3 personals. That'll bring the Privateer substitution of Charles Bohannon in after this free throw by Bush. That rattles in. So Bohannon still wearing that protective face mask. This time not clear looking, but a black, intimidating looking mask here. Phantom of the Opera style for the senior. I like it. Bush, to try to make it a perfect trip, does just that. Averaging nearly 8 points per game off the bench and pulling his team within 5. Last couple of minutes of the first half. Here's Rosser up top. UNO with a lack of proven shooting on the floor except St. Hilaire. How will they deal with what looks like a 3-2 zone, or certainly a flexible matchup? Here is St. Hilaire with a catch, shoot 3 again. He's the zone buster. 5 long balls in the half for St. Hilaire. He's absolutely owned the first halves the last 3 games. UNO up 8. Now Bush against Bohannon. He can't guard him. Fouled. Let's see if they say it was before the shot or not, as he floated away right side of the lane. He's trying to steal a couple of minutes with Bohannon in a tough matchup. They will call it a shooting foul. Doesn't matter, though, as UNO has put McNeese in the double bonus. And Bush, who came in 12 games, only shooting 12 free throws, getting his 3rd and 4th here, and he's 3 for 3. We'll see if they play Bush more, especially with Lawson in foul trouble, because he seems to be a real problem off the dribble. UNO may try to counter by trapping the little guy. We'll see. Looking for his 4th point, and gets the friendly shooter's roll. 47-41, New Orleans. Approaching 1 minute to go in the half. Now Rosser left open for 3, and it rims out on him. Pretty good stroke from a shooter who's really worked over the years to improve in that area, but he couldn't get it to go as Fiesel's back in and got the board. Now Bush steps back for 3 this time and misses everything. Hey, he can do that all he wants, out of bounds to New Orleans. But he's been a good 3-point shooter at 44%, but those are low percentage shots, those step backs. UNO will use a timeout that they'll lose otherwise at the end of the first half here with 50.6 seconds to go. 30-second timeout for the Privateers. Again, we'll look at scores from around the Southland tonight at the half. 3 of them finals, as mentioned, and an intriguing game between Stephen F. Austin, unbeaten so far in the league, and UIW in San Antonio. Will UIW keep their hot shooting up? And is there anybody in the league that looks better than Abilene Christian? No, as they roll again today. Privateers are enjoying these Mardi Gras colors, and no reason to not wear them, at least at home. We'll see if they get some special dispensation when they go on the road for them. Maybe it's that good luck green in those purple, green, and golds. No trouble with the pressure from McNeese. UNO in the front court with it. Bohannon, perimeter left. Now Freeman will take it at the top of the arc. Rosser fakes in the corner. Hasn't put it on the floor yet. Now Will against Bush. Pulls up, kicks to Freeman. Fakes the 3, drives to the hole, passes out to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire will shoot one from deep. Derek St. Hilaire cannot be stopped. 18 points, all of them from long range. And the Privateers have a 50-burger in the first half, leading by 9. And hoping to keep it that way as McNeese has the ball with the shot clock off. But they'll attack quickly. Harrell passes it off after the pick and roll, and out to Cookshausen, who misses the 3. UNO with a chance to attack. 5 seconds to go. St. Hilaire to the hole. St. Hilaire lays it in. 20 points for the Microwave as he beats the buzzer. 52-41, UNO. Derek St. Hilaire is the best bench scorer in the Southland Conference right now. Ain't no doubt about it. Finally made a 2-point basket. Unbelievable shooting from him. And the Privateers take a double-digit lead into the locker room after trailing by 10 early in the ball game. They're up 11 at the break here on the Lake, 57-80 in Huntsville. And what looked like it would be a very good game between two teams that are trying to keep up with the trio at the top. Nichols pulls one out at Central Arkansas in a game that was essentially a 2-possession game for 40 minutes. Colonels win it 74-72 as the Bears are still without point guard DeAndre Jones, who got hurt in the first minute of the game against UNO a week and a half ago. And in San Antonio, we teased it. UIW has been pretty good this year. They didn't look like it last week with as well as UNO played, but the Cardinals ready to battle Stephen F. Austin tonight and leading 18-17. Another high-scoring game so far. That one just 7 minutes into the ball game, too. Tells you just how well UNO did to hold UIW down like they did to 64 points, the way they've been scoring against other conference foes. And in this one, as we mentioned, UNO leading 52-41. And we also said earlier in the NFL divisional playoffs, top seed Green Bay in the NFC rolls to a 32-18 win over the Rams. So they will host the NFC Championship game next week. Hopefully they will be hosting the guys in black and gold who play tomorrow night in the Dome against Tampa Bay. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll delve further into the first half numbers. And they are fun to read when the home team in this case is scoring like this. 52-41, New Orleans leads McNeese here on the Privateers Sports Network.
If we learned anything in 2020, it's that life is unpredictable. There are some things that you just can't control. All the more reason why you need to appreciate and hold tight those special people in your life. That relationship you know you can count on no matter what. At Diamonds Direct, your love is our passion. Your relationship is why we exist, and we stand ready to help you create those memorable moments in 2021 that celebrate and solidify those unbreakable bonds. Our selection of precious rare diamonds has never been greater. From a simple 1-carat princess cut to a breathtaking 10-carat round brilliant, we have your perfect diamond in stock every day at the guaranteed best value price in America. And even in unpredictable times, Diamonds Direct's commitment to you will never waver. We promise the largest selection, the highest quality, the best value, the strongest warranties, and the most unforgettable experience. So as life gets back to normal this new year, remember, cling to the ones you adore by showing them how much they mean to you. And we'll always be here to help. Diamonds Direct.
Severn Avenue across from Lakeside Mall.
Since opening its doors in 1958, the University of New Orleans has built a reputation for providing an accessible, high-quality education to a diverse student population. With a track record of academic excellence, affordability, and outstanding job placement, the university is proud to continue this tradition today. Together, we can ensure the next generation of privateers reach their potential. A gift to UNO First helps the university continue to transform the lives of students, uplift entire communities, and create a better future for us all. Put UNO first. Visit give.uno.edu to make a gift today.
Liz, I got here as fast as I could. What's wrong?
Emily, I just can't decide which one to pick. They're so much fun and everyone loves them.
Maybe don't choose between them.
Oh, what kind of a girl do you think I am?
There is nothing wrong with playing around.
Maybe I will give them all a whirl. Thanks, girl. Sir, give me all of the Hot Sevens family of games, please.
You got it.
You go, girl.
Play Hot Sevens, Flaming Hot Sevens, White Hot Sevens, and Blazing Hot Sevens. You could win up to $200,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
On the Privateers Sports Network, WRKN, Picayune, Mississippi, New Orleans, a Cumulus station.
Jude Young back with you at Lakefront Arena, where the Privateers lead it 52-41 over the Cowboys of McNeese. And when you look at the numbers, they say it all. Usually when a team comes into your building and shoots 56% in the first half, that's a problem. But not so much when you're shooting 50% and you've attempted 17 more shots. Now, why is that? McNeese 14 of 25 overall and 4 of 11 from long range, 9 of 13. They've gotten to the line a bit against aggressive half-court man-to-man UNO defense. But here's the key. Privateers are 21 of 42, 7 of 17 from long range, 6 of those by Derek St. Hilaire, 3 of 5 from the line. But the Privateers are out rebounding the Cowboys 21-14, including on the offensive glass. McNeese struggling to rebound at times, playing that 2-3 zone. 8 offensive boards for UNO to just 1, leading to 8 second chance points to 0 for the visitors. That's huge. And not turning over the ball. You get a lot of shots up when you don't turn it over and crash the offensive glass. Just 4 turnovers by UNO. You shouldn't turn it over a lot against a zone like this. And 16 assists on 21 made field goals by New Orleans. Privateers have forced 8 McNeese turnovers. Starting to attack a little bit more as the half went along, as the Privateers were seeing a lot of high screen and rolls and getting a little bit more aggressive defending it. Scoring individually in the contest so far, Keyshawn Fizel, 13 points, but only 2 rebounds in the first half, and he played all but 45 seconds of the opening 20. So again, he's having to work, and you're keeping him from being a threat on the glass. 10 points for Colin Warren, as he got hot early when McNeese built that 10-point lead, as UNO scored over 50 points in the first half for the first time in exactly a year when they did so in that shootout win last season in Houston against HBU. Looking at the UNO individual numbers, well, a lot of balanced scoring except for this one that really stands out. How about Derek St. Hilaire? Scored 21 last time out. 20 and a half of basketball tonight in just over 14 minutes. 7 of 11 from the field, 6 of 9 busting the McNeese zone from three-point territory and coming up with a couple of steals and assists and no turnovers so far. Otherwise, nobody has more than 6 outside of the graduate transfer senior guard. Troy Green got those early for him. Actually, I stand corrected. Damian Rosser, coming off the bench but playing heavy minutes in the first half, does have 8 points on 4 of 8 from the field. Followed by Green, 5 points apiece for Aaron Freeman and Lamont Berzat, along with Crunchy Marshall, who added a block shot and 5 rebounds to lead UNO in that category. 3 points for Rodney Carson. Jamel Myers, Charles Bohannon played in the first half but did not score. And oh, by the way, A.J. Lawson, he was a factor early. 5 points along with 6 assists. But UNO started to turn him over. He started to get a bit frustrated, and he wound up in foul trouble with 3 of them in the first half. The quicker maybe you can get him that 4th, the better for your chances to try to finish this one off. And what can you say about St. Hilaire? It was interesting. There was hesitation, really, for UNO about taking the outside shot, really outside of Lamont Berzat. Early in the year, Rodney Carson earned playing time as much for his willingness to spot up and shoot the open jumper, as well as defending really well, which is crucial to what UNO tries to do, playing, if they can, strictly man-to-man. But what can you say about a graduate transfer coming in here when conference play started? He really started his engines. He's been tremendous the last 3 games, and when you add it up, it's sort of ridiculous how well he's done overall in the first half of these past few games. He's upping the ante each and every time. And if he can keep knocking him down, the Privateers have more than a good shot of finishing off this victory. UNO coming out on the floor late, actually. They were pretty hot, so they probably don't need too much time to warm up. After this one, the homestand of 3 games wraps up on Wednesday night against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. And we'll have it on UNOprivateers.com with live free video like we do for all home games that aren't nationally televised. And on Nash Icon 106.1 FM, pregame 6:45 on Wednesday night. Leading in the tip-off as A&M Corpus Christi has only played 1 conference game so far, losing games because of COVID-19, really shaking up their schedule. And they've really struggled to score the basketball so far this year. They're not going to want to get up and down the floor, I don't think, like we've seen Privateer opponents do so far this year. It's pretty much an up-tempo league, I would think you could safely say. But A&M Corpus, under veteran coach Willis Wilson, probably best off grinding it out and slowing things down. So a different challenge coming. And we've seen a lot of wars between the Islanders and the Privateers. We'd love to have you at the lakefront. Tickets are available, although limited because of local restrictions and social distancing. But if you can't make it, we'd love to have you on the network. Privateers finished up the first half really well on a 5-0 run. And it's oftentimes crucial how you finish the 4 minutes at the end of the first half and how you start that first 4 in the second half. For McNeese, you think they're going to be pretty aggressive again early, like they were to start this one, and try to get back in the ball game. And we'll see if A.J. Lawson again is really attacking off the dribble. And Braylon Bush is a guy, freshman, a diminutive point guard who made things happen for them and for himself. Maybe they'll play both of them on the floor and spread UNO out even more, and we'll see how the Privateers react to that, as Fizel will continue to be a problem down low. And again, for those wondering about the Mardi Gras themed jerseys, those aren't on sale. We had inquiries about that, not available yet from Under Armour. Did a great job putting them together for us and debuting them last January. But t-shirts are available. Privateer Team Shop, check it out. campus bookstore, I believe, has them as well. But you can order online, which makes it easy. Pretty cool. The big logo on the T-shirt. Pretty versatile. You want to rock that come Mardi Gras. Privateers will have the basketball first to start the second half as we switch ends. And Derek St. Hilaire is going to take his red-hot self onto the floor to start the half, along with Green, Carson, Freeman, and Myers. Aaron to inbounds, and we are back to action. And St. Hilaire will hand it off up top to Carson. And McNeese, as expected, stays in the zone. Left side, Green. Troy will look to drive, pass over the shoulder. Freeman will launch a three from the corner. But a backside board on the miss by Carson. Good to see Freeman try to stretch out the defense, and another offensive rebound. That's 9 for UNO. Now Green jump stop in the lane. Jumper won't go. Tap follow won't go. Rosario with the rebound. Now nearly loses it and saves it down low out to Lawson. One hand pass up to Warren to the hole. Layup missed. And hustling back to get it is Freeman. And UNO has it. Leading 52-41. Nobody scored yet in the half. 40 seconds in. St. Hilaire tries to change it. Leaping leaner, good off the glass. So after scoring his first 18 from 3, a couple in the lane. That a tough bank shot. UNO high 22 for Derek St. Hilaire. One off his career high. Now Lawson loses it, looking to pass it out on the drive, and it's out of bounds to the Privateers. UNO doing just enough on Lawson to get him to turn it over a bit after being dangerous on the drive early. 54-41, UNO with their biggest lead of a baker's dozen. High post pass from Freeman down low to Myers, shoots it off the side of the glass, and here come the Cowboys. Warren into the corner, Cookshausen, he was fading away and shot it behind the glass up in the corner. That would have been an unbelievable make. UNO basketball out of bounds. And he's a little frustrated. He's only had one clean look so far. Again, a guy who shot nearly 50% from 3 last season. Now 1 of 4 from deep in this game. Green perimeter left with plenty of room to shoot. One dribble and he will. And it's short. Rebound Fizel. Fizel wants to pass it off. One dribble and he will to Lawson, who will walk it across the timeline. Privateers up 13. St. Hilaire guarding Lawson. Now Warren passing down low. We have an illegal screen before the layup by Fizel. And Warren a little confused as Cookshausen is called for the illegal pick. First foul of the half will go against McNeese. I'm surprised they're just not force-feeding the post a little bit more. Everything's off the bounce if they can. St. Hilaire pulls up and passes off. Thought he was going to jack that one up. Gets it back from Green. Perimeter right, one dribble and back to Troy. Troy saying, let's get some movement going here with the offhand. A little confusion. Now St. Hilaire dribbles once, gets it back on the pass from Carson. Green, 10 on the shot clock, passes baseline and again force. UNO was completely miscommunicating on the floor there. Steal Cowboys. Warren has it on the dribble. Screen from Fizel. Green stays with him. Pass out to Lawson. Lawson will bring it back out top. Space to work with, and I'm sure he's looking for a screen and drive. Here comes Fizel. St. Hilaire stays with him. No look pass, though, is a beauty shot blocked by Myers, but the follow was good and went right back to Rosario, who banked it in. 11-point UNO advantage, again, like it was at the half, 17-20 and counting. As Green again on the dribble, given space to shoot and doesn't want to. And you'd like to see him pull up and hit one to keep the defense honest. Now a kick ball on the one-hand bounce pass intended for Myers down low. So the shot clock will be reset to 20. And Green will inbound on the baseline right. Troy looking down low. Fakes a long pass and will pass it into the near corner to Freeman. Into the hands of St. Hilaire. Matched up with Lawson on the zone. Will go in the lane, have a shot blocked by Fizel. And a breakout chance for the Cowboys. Lawson to Cookshausen, who spots up in the right corner and kills it from 3. That's what he does. And he's really good shooting in transition like that. That one not so deep in the corner. Second 3 ball for him. The UNO lead down to 8. as Damian Rosser will come to the scores table for New Orleans. Here is Green again with the room, not looking to shoot, but he needs to. Instead he passes to Carson. Back to Troy. Troy, jump stop in the lane, offensive foul. Ran over Cookshausen. He runs to the official saying, he was off to the side of me. But Troy's got to knock down a jumper or two. They are not going to let him drive. Freeman out. And Troy will sit down as well as Berzot checks in. It was a 13-point lead a moment ago, down to 8. And the UNO offense not as confident to start the half, but maybe with Berzot and St. Hilaire on the floor together, and Carson, they're all willing to shoot the open three. That could help. Privateers with a little pressure in the backcourt. Warren against Berzot, but Warren will go right to the hole, miss the layup, but Rosario gets an easy, unchecked layup at the rim. Another offensive board and bucket for him. 54-48. McNeese making a mini spurt here as the Privateers about to approach 3 minutes without a bucket. St. Hilaire passing to Carson. He'll feed the post. Jump hook. Myers won't go from about 8. Rebound. Warren. Ahead Lawson to the hole. Scoop good. 4-point game. And McNeese with the run they needed. 4 minutes into the half, they're within 4. And UNO needs to find that pep in their step and the willingness to shoot. Berzot dribbles. Now Myers top of the key. Here is St. Hilaire launching one. Can't get it to go, and you worry these aren't confident-looking offensive possessions. Warren up ahead. Rosario stripped, but they'll call a late whistle. There's a lot of basketball, but Carson called for the foul. And it's a shooting foul, so Rosario has a chance to make this a one-possession gain at the free throw line after this timeout with 15:37 to go at Lakefront Arena. New Orleans 54, McNeese 50 on the Privateers Sports Network.
For a unique American city that is the new standard for reinvention. For a university of all-time dreamers and full-time doers.
McNeese has battled back within 4 and a chance to make it less than that at 54-50 with 15:37 to go in half number 2. Cowboys on a 9-0 run as UNO's been held pointless for 3 minutes and 37 seconds. And we talked about the middle eights, how you finish the first half and early in the second half. UNO owned the late stages before halftime, but McNeese has come out after UNO extended their lead to 13 and been hot for the past couple of minutes. And it started with UNO struggling on offense, unwilling, for the most part, to pull the trigger on some jump shots. Now Carlos Rosario, who's on his way to a double-double, 4 or 5 from the floor, steps to the line for the first time to shoot a pair. First one up and in. He's got the sports goggles on. A semi-kid and play, kind of high hair look, but not the pure flat top. Second free throw, too strong, and a rebound for Damian Rosser and the Privateers. But McNeese within 3. How will UNO respond? Again, seeing the zone, it's not going anywhere. Up top, Berzot back to Carson, and they're extending it a little bit more to places UNO wants to shoot, but that time, an open 3. Lamont Berzot buries it. That's what it's going to come down to. You got to hit enough of those to open everything else up. Back to a 6-point UNO advantage. Myers picks up off the pick against Lawson, who feeds Rosario, misses the jump hook. Way too strong, rebound St. Hilaire. Trying to get something in transition, and they do a wide open 3. Carson make it 2 in a row for UNO as Rodney hits his first long ball. 6 points for Carson. Just like that, a 9-point UNO advantage. 14:45 mark, clock running, McNeese with the rock. Now Warren off the screen, looks to drive baseline. Got down deep and fed Rosario. This jump hook, though, over Rosser is banked in. Much more under control there. And Rosario starting to become a problem down low. They're feeding him, and he's also cleaning up some offensive boards here in the half to get his offense going. Feed to Myers, spinning, shooting a brick, but right into the hands of Rosser as it's stripped away by Warren. Up ahead to Cookshausen. who will step back and do what he does. Shoot a three, won't go. Long board picked up off a bounce by Carson. When Cuxhausen has to step back, though, off the dribble, that's probably the lowest percentage of his long-range shooting opportunities. Now a hot pass down low, fumbled by Myers, gets it back, jump hook blocked right at the rim and out of bounds by Fiesel. Really got up there that time as Myers was near point-blank range. 12 on the shot clock for UNO. Now we have a couple of basketballs sitting on the floor. I think a couple. Yep. One will be tucked away behind the basket support. Now Rosser will work it in on the baseline for New Orleans. And will do so right out for an open three. Berzot can't get that one to go. Rebound Rosario. One board away from double figures. 60-53 UNO. Now Carson is going to have a hard time staying with Lawson, who throws it away. Hot one-handed pass. Hard to expect Fiesel to catch that one unless he's standing and facing you, which he wasn't. He was still on the move. And Lawson has turned the ball over now a bunch. 5 of them in the game. After a lot of assists early, he has 7 of those, so it's feast or famine there. And now a foul called on the pass to the wing as Warren got a little bit too much of Carson. Third personal on Warren, and now the team fouls are even at 2 in the second half. 13:30 left, 60-53 UNO. Inbound to Lamont Berzot. Right wing Myers. Now wanting it and taking it outside the arc. And now pulling up after a dribble for 3 as Rosser can't get it to go. Rebound Fiesel over 2 shorter Privateers. Quickly to Warren, who goes right to the hole. Shot blocked by Myers. Off the glass to Berzot. Up ahead Rosser against Cuxhausen, who tries to draw the charge, and he does, and that's an awful, awful call. He was in flop mode as Rosser was able to slip to the right of him and bank it in on the run. Terrible call, and Mark Schlesinger letting the officials know. Probably the wrong guy. It's the one on the baseline's the one who called it, and that's awful. But yeah, it's college basketball. They're always looking to call the charge. Hurt the UNO Privateers there. 13 minutes ago, Privateers up 7. Now Lawson right to the hole, scoops it up and in. Nobody stopped him. Right down the middle. Lawson saying, I'm not going to throw it away again. I'm going to get a bucket. 60-55. They're back within 5. Here is Berzot. Thought about driving. Passes off to Myers. Dribbles on the baseline. Out. St. Hilaire passed up an open shot. Goes down deep. He's doubled. Needs help. And finally pivots and finds Myers, who flushes it home. St. Hilaire kept his head about him on the pivot, looking left and right, up and down, and eventually fed Myers for his first 2, the easy way on the jam. 62-55. Now St. Hilaire thought he had a clean steal at half court against Lawson, and they call the foul. Same official from a moment ago. Tough break. First foul on Derek, 4th UNO team foul. Carson out and Green in for the Privateers, and Bush will check in for Lawson as he'll take a break. And he's got 9 points, got 7 assists, got 5 turnovers. Feast or famine indeed. But still one of the better scorers and creators off the dribble in our league. Warren will inbound on the near sideline in the front court, out there with Cuxhausen, Rosario, Fiesel, and Bush. Fiesel with it. One dribble to Cuxhausen off a screen for 3, and that's a brick. Easy board for Rosser, and UNO saw that coming and had him off balance. Now Damian will probe, go by Rosario, missed the chippy, and a foul is called on the loose ball as Green was in great position for the board, knocked to the floor. And that was one Dame should have finished. The foul going against Fiesel is second personal. Rosser to work it in. Baseline left. Slap of the ball now finds Myers open down low. One dribble and shot blocked, and a late whistle comes. He hesitated too much there, and Fiesel almost got another block of him at the rim, but called for the foul. Actually, they'll say Warren off to the side called for the personal. Team fouls now even at 4. Quick couple on McNeese, and the lefty Myers will go to the line. First one up and in. And Jamel, who was scoreless in the first half, now with 3 points and counting in half number 2. On the year now, 13 of 19 from the line. And pulled the string a little bit there as it's short, rimming out. Rebound Fizel, who continues to rack up the rebounds himself. 7 of them, but importantly, all of them on the defensive end. Want to keep that going. Now here's Warren, kicking to the corner. Bush spotting up for 3. He's a good spot-up shooter like many of these Cowboys, and he showed you why there. Nothing but net, 63-58. And their ability to shoot the 3 means they're going to be tough to put away. You've got to keep scoring. Berzot passed up the open look back to St. Hilaire. Lamont will shoot this one as he gets it back. Won't go. Myers would have had an easy putback. Couldn't get it, but Green does. Jump hook won't go, and that's a terrible call. Fizel in the air hit Myers, who was just standing there, and falls to the ground on his shoulder, and that clearly shouldn't have been called. Same official. Third foul on Myers. Timeout on the court. Same official. 11:24 to go. New Orleans leading 63-58 over McNeese on the Privateers Sports Network.
Liz, I got here as fast as I could. What's wrong?
Emily, I just can't decide which one to pick. They're so much fun and everyone loves them.
Maybe don't choose between them.
Oh, what kind of a girl do you think I am?
There is nothing wrong with playing around.
Maybe I will give them all a whirl. Thanks, girl. Sir, give me all of the Hot Sevens family of games, please.
You got it.
You go, girl.
Play Hot Sevens, Flaming Hot Sevens, White Hot Sevens, and Blazing Hot Sevens. You could win up to $200,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Schwander Hutchinson Roofing Incorporated is your source for
13-point UNO lead. Down to 5. It was just 3 moments ago. Derek St. Hilaire, by the way, now with a career high 22 points. Scored 21 against UIW last time out. Did the same against Chicago State while a member of the Jacksonville State program. Only 2 of the points so far coming in the second half. But again, the open looks will be there as the Cowboys stick with the 2-3 matchup zone. Now after the media timeout, UNO will pressure in the backcourt. Fizel to work it in. Warren and Bush the guards there, as Berzot, Green, and Rosser will at least try to slow them down. With Lawson on the bench, Warren or Bush can handle and create. Looks like Warren will try to do so as the number 3's matchup. Green for New Orleans against the Cowboys. Warren. Screen from Fizel. It works well. He passes to Rosario, and a great clean strip by Rosser to prevent another point-blank shot for the Dominican. Out of bounds. The Cowboys will have it on the baseline with 14 on the shot clock. 11:07 to go. Very entertaining game between Louisiana Southland rivals. Inbound to Rosario, now top of the arc to Fizel. Back to Cookshausen off a screen. 4-3, rims out on him. But Fizel almost stripped it away from Berzot, stepping on the baseline while trying to save it. And it'll be UNO basketball. And they're going to call a foul there. Ooh, that's interesting. As the team fouls even up again at 5. And that's important, as Fizel has 3 personals. UNO still up 5 here. Berzot to Green into the lane, pull-up jumper. He needs that. He got it. Just past the right elbow. That's his sweet spot, and that was a confident-looking stroke. Green's first points of the half. He has 8 in the contest. Just half his average. Now Warren to the hole, and a brick of a floater that misses everything. Rosser the other way with it. To the right wing, Berzot for 3. Missed. Backside board, Fizel. Up ahead, Warren. Loses it for a moment, or he has a breakaway. Now he's called for the offensive foul. Berzot knocked down by the off arm. Set Warren up, who tried to hesitate on the bounce to look to drive into the lane. Classic Berzot defense there. Bush out, Lawson back in for McNeese. 10:16 to go, 65-58, UNO. Berzot will bring it across the timeline. Aaron Freeman back in for the Privateers. Rosser has it left side, just inside the 3-point arc. Backs out on the dribble. Freeman to screen for him. Now Rosser still keeping his bounce, will pass back to Green. Baseline for a face-up jumper, won't go. But a rebound, Rosser on the miss by Freeman, lays it up and in. And the double flex as well, and you hope he didn't get called for a technical. Did he? He might have. I think so. Flexing towards the cheerleaders in the end zone. And that's the second straight game after a bucket that Rosser's been teed up. Hanging on the rim against UIW in that demonstrative celebration, although not in the direction of any Cowboy. You hate the fact that they'll call that. Cookshausen, a rare rim out miss on the technical at the line. And it should be just one, and the officials have to be told. Considering some of the calls we've seen in the second half, I'm not surprised. Wait a second, why is he shooting another one? It's supposed to be one. And the lead official telling Schlesinger to back down. I don't get it. Why does he get to shoot the second one, which he makes? Splits the trip. That will be Rosser's second personal foul. I'm a little confused over what the difference is between last time when it was just one. Is it because hanging on the rim is one, but unsportsmanlike conduct, if you will, is two, I guess. Anyway, a junk call. Shouldn't be called in basketball anyway if it's not towards an opponent. 8-point UNO lead. Fiesel in the post. One hard bump. Jump hook won't go. Really good defense by Freeman. Rebound Green. Up ahead left side. Across the timeline Burzai. No look pass down low. Reverse layup. The block. Rosser by Fiesel, who gets it back from Freeman. Tries another reverse and this time draws the foul against Rosario. Stick-to-itiveness and another offensive rebound for UNO. That's been massive in this game. It's been crucial for the Privateers. 13 and counting. And Rosario, one of their two starting forwards, now with 4 personal fouls. McNeese starting to mount into foul trouble. Although UNO has a trio, actually 4 with 3 personals. McNeese with 3 and now the 4 on Rosario, and that'll bring Warren in, I think, as Rosser makes the first of 2 free throws. Dame now with 11 points in the game. And before he can shoot the second foul shot, we have a timeout on the court charged to McNeese. And we'll take the timeout as well with 9:28 to go in the second half. It's been entertaining at the lakefront, with New Orleans leading 68-59 over McNeese on the Privateers Sports Network.
Schwander Hutchinson Roofing Incorporated is your source for expedient yet professional roofing services in New Orleans and surrounding areas. Our primary goal is 100% customer satisfaction, so we go above and beyond for each and every customer to ensure long-lasting business relationships. We offer warranties ranging from 25 years to full lifetime. To learn more about the services provided by Schwander Hutchinson Roofing, visit shroofing.com.
At Raising Cane's, we are committed to safely serving you and your family the best tasting and highest quality chicken finger meals. This is very personal to me. I know how important it is to have a trusted, safe, and clean place to feed you and your loved ones. We will always go above and beyond all CDC guidelines, local government requirements, and industry standards. This is our promise to you. Cane's is open, and we're here to serve you our hot, fresh chicken finger meals and drinks through drive-thru. Go to RaisingCanes.com for details or call your local Cane's. Thank you for your continued trust in us. One love.
Both teams have cooled off here in the second half. Privateers just 6 of 23 shooting in the half, down to 42% for the game, but they're getting up a lot of shots, in part because they're winning the rebounding battle, particularly on the offensive glass. Overall, 37-28 Privateers. McNeese was 56% from the floor in the first half, just 39 in the second half, and once again, UNO with more shots from the floor, making one less field goal. Be able to hold off pushes here by the Cowboys since the break. But if you outshoot the other team, you got a lot more margin for error. Just 7 turnovers in the game for New Orleans, 12 by McNeese. Rosser to shoot the second foul shot. The second Privateer to reach double figures. Looks for his 12th point. wearing the green shoes, a nice match to the uniform look as he knocks it down. Dame, a really good free throw shooter. 10-point Privateer lead, 69, I should say, to 59. 9:20 clock running. Front court with it, Cowboys. Warren dribbling between the legs in place. Looking for movement off the ball. Goes over the shoulder to Cookshausen, who fakes setting the screen and drills a three. Really nifty little two-man game there for their dead-eye shooter. As he knocks down his third long ball, and becomes the fourth Cowboy in double figures with 10. Again, their ability to shoot it from deep. Hard to put away. Now down low, Berzot bounces it to St. Hilaire. Muscles it up, can't get it to go, no whistle. Lawson with it up ahead, Cookshausen. Couldn't shoot, Berzot got right there on the catch. Nice job in transition. Knowing where the shooters are. Lawson with it at half court. Will try to feed the post and does to Fizel. Faces up, tries to drive, muscles his way to the rim and gets it to go in off the glass and in over Freeman. That's a tough matchup, and I'm surprised they haven't done it more. Keyshawn Fizel now with 15 points. Rosser, hesitation, drive right to the rim, lays it in with the left hand. Damian Rosser slicing through the defense. You hit enough outside shots, and you can still slash through the zone. Dame starting to take over here in the second half. 71-64 Privateers nearing the 8-minute mark, and now a stoppage of play, and I don't know why. It's not a timeout. He's Schroyer, the head coach of McNeese, and I'm not sure what this same official was doing there to stop the play. That allows UNO to substitute and thinking the same way, Crunchy Marshall to try to match up with Fizel as Freeman checks out. Lawson to inbound with 8:03 to go and does to the aforementioned Fizel. It'll be Lawson at the high post right, trying to back down St. Hilaire. Spins to his left, kicks to the wing. Francois, good shooter for three. Forget about it. Now McNeese is thinking. That's what they should be doing. And they're within 4 again. Privateers are going to have challenges dealing with a whole bunch of post-ups if they decide to do it. Now a scoop layup on the stop. Splitting two and laying it in. That's a tough shot by Derek St. Hilaire, who adds to his career high. 4 points in the half, 24 in the game. 73-67 New Orleans. Plenty of time left in this one, 7:23. Fizel short corner left against Marshall. Spins, shoots, scores. Boy, he is quick for a 235-pounder. Marshall got beat on the spin. 17 and counting for Fizel. 73-69. St. Hilaire left corner, doesn't shoot it. Now will hit the jumper. A long two for the microwave. 75-69. How high will they go tonight? On the switch, Berzot called for a block this time on Warren. Couldn't get in front of him as both players hit the deck as Warren slashed left of the lane. And Lamont now with 4 personal fouls, second player in the game in danger of fouling out with 4. 6th UNO team foul, so McNeese will have it side out, or actually out of bounds baseline, as we take a break with 6:43 left. UNO 75, McNeese 69 on the Privateers Sports Network.
Toyota of New Orleans is the official sponsor of UNO Athletics, and we're committed to an honest approach of offering our best price on a large selection of new Toyotas and premier certified vehicles to the UNO community. And if you need service, our award-winning no-waiting service department will get you back on the road in no time. Plus, get preferred pricing when you mention you are a member of the UNO family of students, faculty, or staff. Visit us at 13150 I-10 Service Road in New Orleans, or shop online 24/7 at toyotaofneworleans.com.
At Raising Cane's, we are committed to safely serving you and your family the best tasting and highest quality chicken finger meals. This is very personal to me. I know how important it is to have a trusted, safe, and clean place to feed you and your loved ones. We will always go above and beyond all CDC guidelines, local government requirements, and industry standards. This is our promise to you. Cane's is open, and we're here to serve you our hot, fresh chicken finger meals and drinks through drive-thru. Go to RaisingCanes.com for details or call your local Cane's. Thank you for your continued trust in us. One love.
with 6:43 left in half number 2. Privateers trying to hold off a charging, and they keep coming. McNeese Cowboy team leading 75-69. Scores from around the Southland in case you missed them earlier. Nichols pulls out a 2-point win, 74-72 at Central Arkansas. Sam Houston had a battle with HBU, but won on their home floor, 87-80. And ACU did not have a battle on their home floor. They had a cakewalk, blowing out Southeastern 76-42. And the other Southland game going on right now, Stephen F. Austin has taken a 44-33 lead into the locker room at UIW. And I was mistaken a moment ago. That was the 7th UNO team foul. So a 1-and-1 opportunity comes the way of Colin Warren, the redshirt freshman. He's had a nice game so far with 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. The front end of the 1-and-1 will not go for him, and an easy rebound for Rosser. His 9th on the way to another double-double. Left wing, Troy Green. Had Rosser open on the baseline, instead dribbles to the top, passes off to St. Hilaire. Baseline to Carson, right back to Derek. Top of the key, Rosser, 10 on the shot clock for UNO. Here's Green, left side to St. Hilaire, who will launch from deep. Who will bury the 3 from 23. Derek St. Hilaire. A career high 7 threes. On fire. Unbelievable performance by Derek. Now right to the hole. A missed scoop layup, an easy chippy by Warren. Now Rosser falls on the floor. St. Hilaire, they'll call for the over the and back as it bounced forward and over the line. Derek couldn't do anything there. Tough break as Rosser simply slipped. A rare UNO turnover. And certainly not his fault. 78-69 Privateers. Inside the 6-minute mark. Warren with it at half court. 26 points for St. Hilaire. And I stand mistaken as he's called for a bump near half court and puts Lawson at the line for 1-on-1. Again, that could pay off if Lawson continues to struggle there. Lawson chirped a bit about it, and an official telling him to calm down. 8th UNO team foul, so 1-on-1. Can you get another miss here? Lawson looking to go into double figures. 9 points, 9 assists, and finally makes a free throw. 5 rebounds if you're thinking triple-double. Fizel and Rosario both have 9 boards. 1 each away from a double-double themselves. Second free throw good. 78-71. How many points will UNO have to score to win this game? 5:45 left. Here's Green, 1 dribble and back to St. Hilaire. Troy with it again. Troy puts it on the floor again. Passes out St. Hilaire from the parking lot. That one, a brick off to the side. Rebound Lawson. Lawson charging down the floor. Comes to the middle. Poked away by Rosser. Up ahead to Troy Green. Lay it up and in. Quick hands by Rosser. And an assist to boot as Green now in double figures with 10. Huge defensive sequence there after the miss. 80-71. Privateers up. Now to the hole, Warren, lob to Fizel, catches it, reverses it, and 1. It's a shame Fizel was not ready right away because he would have scored without the foul. Instead, he has a chance for the N1. Myers will check in for UNO, and Marshall comes out. Third personal on Rosser. So Derek St. Hilaire with 29 points, 7 threes, adding to the career highs. 11 made field goals. But Fizel knocks down the foul shot for his 20th point. The Stars are shining in this one. Back to a 6-point UNO advantage. 5 minutes to go in the second half. Myers passing outside the arc. Green now. St. Hilaire will go short corner for a jumper, and that's a tough area to shoot one from about 18, but Rosser nothing but nylon. Big shot for Dane. 16 points for Rosser. UNO answering McNeese at every turn. You need to. Now the entry pass is knocked away out of bounds near side. Myers coming around the big man And Fiesel's somebody who, again, if he catches that, he can face up and do things quickly off the dribble. Just a skilled post player. Will take the inbounds up top. It's stolen away, though. Rosser, a breakaway. Actually, Green, pump fake, lays it in. And no whistle as Fiesel clearly hit him. Same official, by the way. Back to a 10-point UNO lead. Now Francois will jack up a three. Contested, won't go. St. Hilaire with the board. Derek the other way. Down the middle of the lane. Scoops it up and in. Derek St. Hilaire, 31 points. 12-point UNO lead. Timeout McNeese. The Privateers have answers each and every time McNeese makes a push. A big run for UNO. And a timeout with 4:03 to go. A 30-second timeout charge to the Cowboys will be extended to a 60, and we'll take the break on the Privateers Sports Network.
You're relentless about every shot, every stroke, every down. And you need support that's equally relentless. Ochsner Sports Medicine, a team of trainers, therapists, neurologists, and orthopedists treating more than 30,000 athletes a year with game-changing innovations like cutting-edge rehab, the region's most advanced concussion center, and the state's largest athletic training program. Ochsner Sports Medicine, innovating healthcare for athletes.
You know Hotard. You see us on the road and all around town with a fleet of over 70 vehicles, including an executive line of Sprinter vans and minibuses, along with midsize and full-size motor coaches. We've got a vehicle that's right for your group, serving the Gulf Coast and beyond for more than 85 years and a proud supporter of privateer athletics. Go to Hotard, first in safety, first in luxury. Log on to Hotard.com or call 800-356-6831 to book your charter today.
The crowd on hand at Lakefront Arena, entertained for the second straight Saturday. Boy, it is good to be home. And it'll be good if UNO can finish this one off. Back up by a dozen at 86-74 with 4:03 to go. And the second half has been something else. We saw tempo in the first half. Both teams kicking it up a notch here lately. And for UNO, it's all about Derek St. Hilaire. 31 points, 12 of 20 shooting, 7 threes, career highs in all those categories. And we may need a little more to win this one. Rosser was 17-12 for Troy Green. Inbounds to Lawson, Cowboys with it. Lawson feeds Fiesel, cutting to the basket off the roll and makes the layup. Fiesel's just a good all-around player. And we knew he'd be trouble, and he has been. 22 points for him. He got 5 in double figures for McNeese, and UNO's up 10. Rosser on the baseline. Made a shot from there a moment ago. Doesn't do it this time. Passes out. Green with it. Now top of the key, St. Hilaire. Derek will hand off to Rosser. Shot clock inside 10. You got to do something. St. Hilaire will. He'll launch another bomb. Too strong. Long rebound for Rodney Carson Jr. Another look at it for UNO. And more time comes off the clock, although you can't count seconds yet. Rosser passing out Green, mid-range jumper, won't go. Another offensive rebound. Myers down low. Carson lay it up and in. Offensive rebounds have been massive for UNO, out-rebounding the bigger Cowboys. And getting buckets on the offensive end. 88-76. Answers have come again and again. Inside 3 minutes to go. Cookshausen nowhere to go with it. Will pass it out, have it stolen by Myers. The breakaway. Carson for a dunk. Derek St. Hilaire. He's pumped. We're pumped. 33 points. 90 for UNO. 2:38 left. Woo! 14-point UNO lead. Oh my goodness, is this fun basketball. Fiesel between the circles. Passing off Cookshausen off the screen for 3. He missed it. Another board for Ja. Myers and the Privateers with it. And you slow down here and run some clock if they want to stay in the zone. No hurry. 2:13 clock running. 14-point advantage. St. Hilaire lobbing back to Green. No reason to hurry, but Myers had an opening on the baseline. Passes to Rosser, who lays it up and in. Rosser wide open at the free throw line, finished in traffic. Pretty. Another great pass. 2 in a row by Myers. 18 for Dame. 92-76. Now Lawson, defensive confusion, gets an easy layup, driving from the right side. Myers and St. Hilaire talking it out. Timeout McNeese. 1:46 left. A 30-second Cowboys timeout. Reset here, as UNO will have to protect the ball, make some free throws. We'll see how long McNeese can extend this game. But UNO has 92 points, a season high. And 3 timeouts left if they need them. McNeese with just 1, and the arrow is pointing the way of the Cowboys. Next foul puts McNeese in the double bonus by the Privateers. And this will be something to watch. 17 fouls on McNeese, so they can elect to foul the Privateers and try to get some front-end one-on-one misses if they can. But UNO has pretty good free throw shooters on the floor right now, the current lineup. Myers, the only true forward. The guards, Green, Rosser, St. Hilaire, and Carson. McNeese to press. Inbounds to St. Hilaire. Cowboys don't trap right across the timeline with it, Rosser. They don't want to foul him. He's a good free throw shooter. And they let him run some clock, which is amazing to me. No pressure on the basketball. He's just dribbling, sort of meandering with it. Now pulls up the bounce, goes to Myers at the free throw line. No reason to hurry or attack here. 12 on the shot clock. Pass it out. Right side Rosser matched up with Fiesel. Chance to attack him. Screen from Myers. Splitting 2 defenders. Floater good in the lane. Execution doesn't get any better than that. Damian Rosser. 20 points for him. 94-78 UNO, and now a foul you don't want to commit. St. Hilaire's been pretty much perfect tonight, but fouls the dribble at half court. And that'll put Lawson at the line for 2. Third personal foul on Derek. And UNO feels comfortable enough with 1:08 to go, though, to empty the bench. 5 subs looking to come in. Lawson's first free throw rattles in. So Marshall back on the floor. Bull Tong makes an appearance, the junior. Jay Rogers, the freshman guard, out there as well. Rashad Holmes, the freshman guard, out of right here in NOLA. And Charles Bohannon, we saw briefly in the first half, out there. And congratulations going to St. Hilaire and company. Boy, UNO was good and fun tonight. Lawson at the line looking for his 15th point. 10 assists, 6 rebounds. But he had 6 turnovers, too. Foul shot good. And now McNeese will get Lawson out of there. Miles Hutchinson, who's played a lot in his career for McNeese, appearing in the final minute 6 as he struggled lately. Here's Tong with it. Left open, he'll shoot a 3. He'll make a 3! His first as a Privateer. You'd like to run the clock there, but that was fun too. Make it 97 for UNO. Can they get to 100? 50 seconds to go. Maybe one more possession to try to shoot a 3. Now down low, Harrell lays it up and in on the assist from Warren. 44.9 left, so UNO can shoot the ball here without being accused of running up the score or anything, leading by 15. Tong with it, will pass to Marshall. He'll go for 99! 16-footer good. The Privateer offense scalding hot in the winter in New Orleans. Warren up top. Tong went for the steal. Doesn't get it. Now a pull-up 3 off target. Tong couldn't get the rebound. Rosario has it. On the dribble, jump hook good with 14.9 to go. Rosario with 13 points. Shot clock's off, so the Privateers will run out the clock on a victory that everybody in the building wearing silver and blue had to enjoy. What a night. 99-84. Now in the books as the Privateers make it 2 in a row at home and improve in the league to 2-2. McNeese falls in the conference to 0-4, 6-7 overall. You had to enjoy this one if you're a Privateer fan. 2 fun Saturday nights in a row. Privateers win it by 15. We'll be back for the post-game show in a moment on the Privateers Sports Network.
Toyota of New Orleans.
Learned anything in 2020? It's
The fans at Lakefront Arena on UNOPrivateers.com on Nash Icon 106.1. They were treated to quite the show tonight as New Orleans knocks off McNeese 99-84. Jude Young with you, joined on the postgame show as always by the head coach of the Privateers, Mark Schlesinger. And what can you say? It starts with Derek Saint-Hilaire, career highs across the board and scoring. He had 33 points. He didn't shoot a free throw tonight. Oh, and by the way, the rest of the team chipped in another 99. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, he had a tremendous day, and I think so much of the credit goes almost solely to him and his work ethic. I mentioned it in the pregame that he broke his left hand in the 2-3 weeks before right before the season tipped off, and our Oshner Sports Medical team and Dr. Surrey and Nick did surgery and got him in and got it fixed. But we didn't want to talk about it because it's kind of like the football injury. You don't want somebody to come in and come on and crank it and hit it and do a bunch of different stuff. But it really took him a minute to came back. He came back faster than he should have, which is a testament to his toughness and how bad he wanted to help the team. But he's stayed working and stayed at the course. The coaching staff has been relentless in trying to get him back and working with him. But he's got a high work ethic and is a really good young man. We're very blessed to have him here, and he's got a good heart. He's got a good heart. He's got a team heart. And I think you could see that in his competitive drive.
I can tell a little bit that hint of disappointment despite the outcome of the game because McNeese did shoot the ball extremely well, and we were worried because they're capable of getting hot and they have scores all over the floor.
And I told you also in the pregame, Mike, I think this is one of the most talented offensive teams in our league. They've got a lot of weapons. We knew that our inside, this is no news flash, Fletcher and Travers are not breaking this on the news tonight that our interior game is not super strong. We're not huge, so we've got to do some things to work around it. And being able to, they hurt us inside. 9 for 11 with Fizel, who we knew was a great player. Rosario 6 for 8, which I think he's a really solid, good player. But the job that we did on Cuxhausen, who's the best 3-point shooter in the league, holding him to 3 for 10. Warren 3 for 11. We just were solid enough around the way that we were able to do that and force him into 15 turnovers. And us only have 8, and that's a huge piece. And we get back to the struggles we had early on in the non-conference against zone. And part of that it just takes a minute to get some stuff figured out. And I take accountability and responsibility. The buck stops with me. I should have been a better coach with that stuff earlier. And I wish I would have been better. We probably could have came away with a couple more non-conference wins. But the guys have stayed the course. We also talked about it in, the pregame show, which is you were on your game tonight about what we did in the off week. And I talked about, we worked against zone. We knew we were going to see it tonight. They came off a long road trip where they were at Incarnate Word on Wednesday, came back and played us here. So I knew we were going to see a good bit of zone. And we did, and all but maybe 2 possessions or 1 possession the whole night. And it was mostly 2-3. Then we went to a 1-3-1, maybe 2 possessions at the end there, and then went right back to the 2-3. But the stuff that our guys did was really solid, and the staff was incredible. Coach Jody and Coach Chris had a phenomenal scouting report this week. They had them prepped. There was nothing that they ran that we weren't prepared for and that the guys had locked in and did. And Brad was great with the film work and getting everything to them in a very palatable way that we were able to digest it and execute it.
And when you look at a team like McNeese willing to come in here and very early on pack it in with the 2-3 zone, it's no secret. If you start knocking down shots, it opens up your ability to find gaps. We saw that after an early 10-point deficit. And this team is sharing the ball so well. Sure, Saint-Hilaire is on fire right now, and he's hitting a lot of shots. But there was good team basketball going on. That's why you only had 8 turnovers. Yeah. Even somebody like Jamel Myers, when McNeese is making a push late, he does all the little things, a couple of great passes in the lane to set up teammates because this team is very unselfish.
I thought there was a lot of really unsung guys. I thought Jamel was a workhorse, just like he always is. Was rock solid. I think Freeman Aaron came starting tonight, giving us a push offensively right off the bat, having 3 assists, which were big ones, and Ladarius coming in and really giving us some big energy. The first he came in and immediately was an offensive rebound putback, and I thought set the tone for what our bench and the toughness that they were going to bring. But we gave up a lot of good for great tonight. I know that was our mantra for really the last 4 or 5 years, was give up a good shot for a great shot, and I thought our team really did that, and it was really fun to watch and really fun to coach. I'm pissed and disappointed with 53% defensive field goal. It drives me crazy. I'll be missing some sleep tonight, and my wife will have to talk me out
I
of
could
it.
tell.
But I'll take this win. I think we're starting to figure some stuff out offensively, and playing away from some of our deficiencies and playing to more of our strengths.
Damian Rosser responding to coming off the bench tonight. And I know you didn't like the technical again for the second straight game, but when he's on his game on both ends of the floor, you see this kind of performance: 20 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, just 1 turnover. That's what you expect from a player that's a 4-year player in the program with this kind of talent.
No, he was great. I thought his energy was wonderful. He had a good heart, and he was really the messages that he was delivering to our guys were on time and on target. And the things that we discussed in the pregame, he was, giving them back and preaching it back. And I thought, we wanted to have good body language throughout the night. And I know that sounds like a silly thing, but being relentless with our body language, that we were either positive or attacking in our body language of how we were going. And I thought, we got into a rut where we were really good to start the game offensively. We weren't great defensively. I think they started 7 for 10 to start the game, and then we were there 4 for 12 to finish the half. So we got on good going at the back end of the first half. But I thought our body language and I've talked about it before. People think I'm an old school guy, but I thought our team spirit was really good of just the camaraderie and the spirit. And then all the guys, the bench was phenomenal. And those guys came in the last minute 10 and executed and kept scoring. Bull with a great 3, Ladarius with a shot, Jay Charles ran the team and did a great job with that.
So now you look to go 3-0 on this homestand. And you've said it many, many times in the Southland Conference or any conference, it's important to win at home and try to steal some on the road. Well, you've won 2 now in as many tries at home, and you get a much different matchup than these past 2 with Willis Wilson's team coming in.
Yeah.
A&M Corpus Christi, they're not necessarily going to want to get up and down the floor like this. They want to grind it out, and we've seen the Privateers and Highlanders have a lot of battles just like that. I'm sure Wednesday night's going to be no different.
You and I have talked ad nauseum because for years that's the team we've played more than any other team in the league, just in total numbers since we've been in the Southland Conference. And I'm sure you'll have it when we get to them on Saturday, whatever day it is. I'm lost.
Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm. It's generally a 6-point or less game one way or the other, and I'll expect nothing less with them. They're so well coached, just like Coach Schroyer's team tonight. And every night in this league, it's something different, something special, and something entertaining. And that's the part that I love coaching in this league and love coaching here. But I thought what you saw tonight with our group was really, the spirit of who we are and the spirit of New Orleans and the spirit of our city and our campus and our resiliency, and just very grateful and for their effort, very grateful for our staff and the investments that they continue to make in these student athletes to try to make them better men and better players.
In that vein, in that New Orleans spirit, everybody gets an extra piece of king cake tonight.
Who dat tomorrow, too.
No doubt about it.
We are locked in at my house. My Bubba was going deep into some in-depth analysis of Alvin Kamara to the point that we had Hendrickson back on the defensive line. So he's jacked about Hendrickson being back. So it's going to be a fun day in the city tomorrow and king cake for everybody. And we went and got our decorations. We went to TJ's Carnival Supply today. And I know this is a crazy thing to say, but people, if you decorate your house, get out, go to the people that are Mardi Gras suppliers. They're hurting right now. Mm-hmm. They got no carnival, all the things they've done. Get out, and I can't tell you how appreciative they were for us to show up. The kids had a great time. I let the kids pick out some beads that we're going to decorate the front rail of the house with. I know it sounds crazy, but it was a big deal to Mark and to TJ for us to show up and support them. So get out and support support those guys and the other people.
And
It's a tough time in our city.
That's very true, and they have great UNO privateer Mardi Gras gear that you can't get anywhere else, so check out TJ's, no doubt. And by the way, before I let you go, 2 pieces for Derek St. Hilaire, and if he gets the baby, I'll buy the next campaign.
No doubt, no doubt.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you a lot, and hopefully my mother is in good spirits. She's been struggling after the Indiana loss the other night. So,
oh, yeah.
So, Mother, I love you, and I'll call you later.
All right, Miss Barber, you heard him. That's Mark Schlesinger, our overall happy head coach. You have to be when you score 99 degrees in the shade of Lakefront Arena and win by 15 over an in-state rival like UNO did tonight. We'll take a final timeout, look at the final numbers after that, and sign off from the Lakefront. Privateer postgame show continues in a moment. New Orleans beats McNeese 99-84 on Nash Icon 106.1 FM and UNOprivateers.com.